everybody.
Hi. I didn't know we were starting from there.
I just am seeing.
That's good. Let's just start it over.
Okay. We're just scratching off.
I just don't know what's going on, so I'm like,
You guys are pregnant, it's okay.
I know.
What?
They're really freaking me out here. Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
ew, pregnant people.
Action.
Just for starting it. We're rolling, we're going with this because this is great. Hi, you guys. Welcome to the Mom Zoo. We can't stop giggling
Tried to start
today.
the episode a few times, but it's a funny day today. Okay. All right. Really, we asked on Twitter for you guys to bring us questions.
Yes,
That work
Christmas,
out?
some Christmas questions
Okay.
on Twitter.
Sometimes words don't work right, and so we have to cut, and then it's just still not working. So here we go.
When you eat that many Oreos.
Twitter question. It's the candy canes, I tell you. All right, our first question comes from Erin and Co 90 on Twitter, and she asks, "How do you let your children down softly?" Okay, wait. How to let your children down softly that they will not be getting a certain something for Christmas that they wanted for Christmas. My almost 3-year-old has been begging for a puppy since March.
Oh, man.
That was a really hard question, but I'm a firm believer in let's just be honest, and I say that you're not going to get that. Even if you ask Santa, we are as a family, we're not prepared for that present, so we're gonna ask Santa to not bring that. I'm sorry. I'm really just about let's just lay it out there so that there's no on Christmas morning.
Right.
I haven't gotten that pony yet.
Yes.
Sorry.
Santa does not want you to have a pony.
Yeah, I'm the same. My kids, Braylee has wanted a cell phone. I'm like, you are not getting that. You can ask for it, but you're not getting that.
Yeah. I think the kids need to have an understanding, and I guess it's harder when they're younger, but that the parents also have a relationship with Santa, because I'm a believer that parents are Santa's helper sometimes, and parents have to report back to Santa and vice versa. And so, I don't know. I think it's so smart to be honest, because then there's not that feeling of letdown.
Yeah.
It's also hard to make your 3-year-old understand, though. That
Yeah.
changes everything when you
It's
can.
a big life story.
Especially with a puppy, I'm thinking of a teenager with a cell phone. I'm like, no. But a little, if Winston was like, I want a puppy, I'd be like, I think he's getting a
Go to
puppy.
Carly's.
I think he's getting a puppy. I think he's going to
They
get a
have
puppy.
those robot puppies out though, that are
Yeah.
and you can train them. We just did a review on one, and it was actually pretty cool.
And there's also the for real puppies where they will bark and you can calm them. So there's other options, and you can try to explain it to your 3-year-old, but
But I think with also, you don't need to cast the blame on anybody else or Santa or anything. Just explain to them, a puppy is a really big responsibility, and we're not ready to have a puppy yet. They don't.
yeah.
It's okay for them to be disappointed.
Yeah.
It's okay to tell them no.
Maybe not on Christmas morning.
Right.
So
Don't
I
wait
think
till
it's
then.
okay
Break
to
it
tell
to 'em
them.
before then.
Yeah. Just say, we've talked to Santa, and we really just are not ready for a puppy. Sorry, I love you. There's
Sorry,
other
that'd be
things. They'll be happy. I think 3-year-olds, too, they love a lot of things.
Yeah.
They
move on quickly.
They do move on quickly.
Yeah.
You can make them happy with other gifts. Yeah. Our next question comes from PB and Jenna. Do you talk to your kids about what other... Yeah, that is a cute name. Do you talk to your kids about what other people celebrate during the holidays, and what do they think?
I definitely have not talked about this enough with my kids, but I remember a couple of years ago, Braylee learned about Hanukkah, and she had some friends in school who celebrated Hanukkah, and so we talked a little bit more about that, but she was actually teaching us, because I don't know a lot about, what other people celebrate during the holidays, and so it was fun for her to come to us and to, share the things that she knew about the other holidays, but that just made me realize that I really do need to know more about what's going on, because I do think it would be fun to celebrate Hanukkah with your family. I've heard of a lot of, sometimes, when you'll marry someone who's a different religion and you celebrate 2 different things.
Yeah.
But I also think it's fun to just bring that into your home if you've never done it before. So
Yeah, and just kind of open their eyes
Yeah.
to other ideas and what other people do celebrate.
I think
I agree.
it was in one of our vlogs towards Thanksgiving, somebody mentioned, well, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. And that was a good realization, because sometimes I think we get so excited and wrapped up in what we're doing. That's one thing about YouTube I love, is there's a whole other world out there, and it's been a good teaching mechanism for our kids to be able to be not everybody will celebrate like us, so just be open and loving and be kind to them no matter what. But I feel I'm just the excuse. I like the excuse for any celebration is great. It's the more the better. I'm yeah, bring it on, let's do it.
Yeah. And I think on maybe a smaller level, as a parent, there are certain traditions that some people will embrace that other families don't. I think sometimes that's hard to, like some people are like, why don't I get jammies on Christmas or Christmas Eve or whatever? But like, I think embrace your own family's traditions, but also you can talk about other families' traditions and let your kids know that, if that's something they would like to do, with their own families, they can always, incorporate new traditions. But I think that's the thing with traditions is it's meant to be fun for every family, and you can always respect and honor other people's traditions.
Yeah.
So kind of like the Elf on the Shelf, we never had one, and the kids were like, why don't we get an Elf on the Shelf? I'm like, it's just not, nope. It's just not what's happening. Yeah. I don't know, it's hard. Yeah. All right, our next question comes from Sammy_R12345. What do you hate about Christmas? What? Grinchy style.
Taking down the Christmas tree.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Really?
Yes. There's that Michael McLean song that comes to my
I
head.
cry the day.
I won't even try to sing it, but yeah. That I take the tree down. Yeah, because first of all, it takes forever to put up, and it's so exciting. And then after Christmas is over, I feel like that stretch of exciting holidays is over, and you just kind of feel like that lull, like, oh.
I know you're like looking forward to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yes!
Well, not because I like football, but because I'm just like, I want to celebrate something.
I never thought I would hear you say that. I was
Looking
like,
forward to the Super Bowl.
girl,
I don't
we
watch.
will go
I
all
don't watch
out.
the game. I agree. Just like the work that you put into putting Christmas up, and it makes your house so like warm and cozy and inviting, and then it's so much more work to take it down because it's not fun. It's not like
Yeah.
we're putting it up. But like you're taking it down, you're like, oh.
Well, because everything's like sparkly and magical and beautiful, and then after it's just like, rah, rah, rah.
But then it also does feel good once everything's
Yeah.
put away. Like your house feels like clean and open
Yes.
again. But
Yeah.
that's probably the only thing I don't like about Christmas.
I mean, I'll be totally honest. I think when I do hate things about Christmas, it's when I'm getting into the commercial side of it. It's when I'm getting stressed out about like, I don't have a gift for so-and-so, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. When I'm starting to put too much pressure on myself, that's when I start to hate it. And then I have to bring myself back and be like, okay, what is this all about? Or if I see my kids getting into that mind frame, because let's be honest, everybody does. At some point in the holidays, you feel like, oh, whatever, stressed out or mad about presents or something dumb, and it's like that's when I hate it, and that's when I'm like, okay, bring it back. What is the reason for the season here?
Dial it back, get in your lane.
Is it for getting those boots for $30 instead of $50? No, that is not the reason for the season. So that's when I hate it, is when I get too wrapped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
that
you
can be
mean a
consuming.
pun with that?
I'm so funny.
Wrapped up. Get it? You're so on the season you didn't mean to be.
I know, right?
Sorry.
Anyways. Okay, our next question comes from daretodream_123. When do you put up all your Christmas decorations?
I saw that you tweeted something about this, or on Instagram or somewhere.
People have just like cracked me up. Like people have been, I've been reading the funniest articles about, first off, Starbucks. People are getting so upset that they changed their cups to the holiday cups.
I love
And then people were like ranting that Christmas decorations were in stores too early, and it was like causing this big thing. And I was just thinking like, we're a pretty spoiled generation where we're getting literally
Mad
upset about holly and jolly hanging up too early.
Yeah.
So it was just like making me laugh because I think everyone's different. My goal is to have it up like the 1st of December just because I feel like Thanksgiving's over. I can take down my Thanksgiving decorations. But I also get it if you do it the day after just because it's a lot of work. And Christmas goes by so fast that I feel like you do all that work and then it's over. And I don't know, my mom always left our tree up. She just took the ornaments down in January, and I liked that. It was like the pine tree with the white lights. And so I kind of liked that tradition, but it's so funny to read people getting
It is.
so mad.
I just don't know why
Like,
people care what other people do in their own homes.
Right.
Like,
That's when they're all wrapped up and they need to remember the reason for the season.
right. I
or they
actually
need a little more reason.
Yeah.
I like to decorate the middle of November.
Yeah.
Just because I like having my Christmas stuff up for Thanksgiving because I like the feeling in my home. I like the lights in my home. I haven't done that the past couple of years, but I do normally like to do that. That's when I usually used to decorate. And people get so upset about that. Like, you can't decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving. You're forgetting about Thanksgiving.
Yes,
I
you
would
can.
never forget about Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. I just like to
You're like, I'm
put
a
them together.
multitasker.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking that when I was cooking a turkey on Thanksgiving, I'm like, the only thing that would make this better is if my tree was up. Because it was such a beautiful morning and the turkey smelled so good and the Christmas music was on. It was awesome.
Yeah, because like that feeling.
I think that you should just go with what you feel though. Like if it's stressing you out to put decorations up, don't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but like this year I wanted to do it before Thanksgiving. I didn't get a chance to, but I was like excited. I had that like, oh, I want to decorate, you know, but if at any time you're like, I don't want to decorate, then don't.
Yeah.
To each their own. But
Yeah.
like, why is it affecting? The only thing that bothers me with that is like, why does what Sally Sue do? What's that like?
Sally Sue do?
Yes, Sally Sue do bother you. That's the thing. Like, why is it such a thing in the world where it's like we're so worried about what everyone else in the stores are doing? Like, just do you, boo boo. You know, like Sally Sue. Why you gotta get so mad?
You know what is weird to me though?
Sally Sue, do you?
Is when you're Christmas shopping and there's Valentine's Day stuff out.
I've never seen that.
You haven't?
No.
That's the only time I'm like, this is
Listen,
so
that's when you tell Cupid
weird.
to get back in his lane.
Like, wait a
Get back
second.
in your lane, boy. Wait till February.
So I guess I'm like being like, I don't get upset or mad. I'm not gonna be
just
like
don't want your
complain.
Christmas to
It's just like
stop
so
going.
weird to me. I'm like,
Yeah, I can kind of feel that
Christmas.
though. Like it's like rushing everything. Like
Yeah.
let's enjoy. I get the enjoy the moment, enjoy where being where you're at. But it doesn't mean that people are not enjoying it. It just means like I don't know. Stores are. I think stores kind of make you feel that pressure, like they're
Yes,
pushing you to the
yeah.
sale. But I also feel like wait, just let me enjoy this moment, and then we'll move on. You know.
Right.
I kind of feel that way with the way they've done Black Friday, changing it to like Thanksgiving night. I was a little bit angry, but then I was like, you know what? I don't have to shop.
Yeah.
If other people want to go Thanksgiving, then more power to them.
That's
but
when I
don't
stopped.
have to.
When
Really?
they switched it to Thanksgiving night, because I don't think that people should have to work Thanksgiving night. I mean, I know that there are some jobs where it's required, but for us to shop on Thanksgiving and those people get drug away from their families, like I just don't like that. And I always liked like the tradition of getting up super super early and waiting in line, and
Yeah.
that was fun. And I just feel like
One of my favorite, or like my more favorited tweets was, I said something. I'm like, the only holiday in America where Americans are so grateful for what they have the day before Black Friday, and then the next day they're pushing and punching people to get the deal or the sale.
Yeah.
But the day before they were so grateful.
yeah.
Next day they're like, I'll kill you if you get in my way.
I gotta get that sale.
That's why I love Amazon. Just do it in my underwear from home on my bed.
Okay, our next question comes from Brianna Avilo. Are you guys excited for Winston and Daxton's reactions for Christmas now that they're a little bit older?
I'm dying. I'm literally dying. I cannot wait.
Really?
There's
Their
going to
sleepy
be
faces.
so fun.
It's
Yeah.
the best when they're sleepy and excited and they're just like, what's going on?
Yes.
Winston just gets so excited over everything, like overly excited. And I know that he'll, like, with bare minimum, like, I don't feel like we need to be elaborate or anything big. I just know he's going to be so excited and just like, what is going on? And, you know, I can't wait. And when I ask him what he's going to ask Santa for, which he's so excited about Santa Claus this year, he
love
can't wait to meet him. I don't know if you remember, but
Yeah.
his first year he was terrified and was crying. And,
Isn't there a
but
picture
then,
where he's like looking at Santa like,
yes, he was so scared of Santa, but then he was scared, and so we cuddled into Santa's beard. Like, he just didn't know what to do. And so now he loves him. We saw him at the mall, and he can't wait. And when I ask him what he wants from Santa, he'll name all the Ninja Turtles.
he will? Oh my gosh,
And
that's so
it's just
cute.
like so funny that he knows. I don't know. I know he's like older than I think. Like, my mom brain thinks he's a baby. But I don't know. I'm just so excited, and the kids are so excited, and I can't wait for them to interact with him.
That's why Kids for Christmas are the best.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is that a charity, Kids for Christmas? Oh, Toys for, sorry. But it is like kids, like having kids, like you just get to relive the smallest little things. Like even putting up the tree. Remember when our babies were little and you'd lay them under the tree and they would just stare up at the lights and be like,
Yeah.
that's the best.
I did decorate my tree with Winston this year, which was a lot of fun because the other kids were in bed and we were doing it late at night. And it was so fun at the moment. And now he's taking all of the ornaments off and then rearranging them in where, you know, in the order that he thinks they should be. So that has been fun.
I know.
Like, they all can't be on the bottom.
Yeah. I think as a mom, you have to like relinquish your desire to have a beautifully, perfectly
I know.
decorated tree.
It's not going to happen.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah, I'm excited for Daxton too. He's so funny. He's like, he already knows he wants a pterodactyl, and he says, "Mom, I want a pterodactyl." And then he'll get in the position that that dinosaur that flies, in the position that he's in, because he saw one at a store, and I'm like, I have to find that pterodactyl. Santa, please find it. But it's so cute. He's very specific, and it's just little, because he loves tiny things. That's what he wanted for his birthday, was a tiny Spider-Man. And so he's just so easy to please. That's what's so fun. They're just so happy and so grateful for everything, and it's adorable.
I know.
So.
It's just like really magical through their eyes, I think. Like a little kid to walk into Christmas morning is just like, whoa.
Yeah, they don't really have any expectations. It's just new.
It brings that spirit back into your home.
Yeah.
You know, like the excitement. Because it's like as you get older, and that's what's hard. I feel like maybe I'm the only one that feels this way, but every year I just like lose a little bit of that sometimes. And so I feel like with kids, it, like they bring that back.
Yeah.
I'm excited for them.
I think I'm excited about Winston this year too, because Braylee's kind of getting into that. Like she's getting a little older and like a little cooler, and Christmas isn't as magical as it used to be for her. And so I think I was telling her, wait until you see Winston Christmas morning and you're going to be so excited. And that made her excited. So. And then next year,
Oh my gosh, babies opening presents, they don't know what to do, so they just pound on them.
I know, I can't wait.
All right, we have one more question from Dare to Dream. They ask, what are your Christmas morning routines?
Have you guys done the same things every year pretty much for your Christmas mornings? I guess they've
guess I'd have
changed
to
because
go
we
back
used to
and watch
all be together.
Yeah.
They
I
have
think
changed.
the one constant, even though they've always been a little bit different, is my dad always makes his waffles and his bacon and sausage. And we find our way over there sometime in the morning.
Yeah.
And we usually let the younger kids go in first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
we don't let the kids just run out at any time. We make them wait, and then the parents go in and we take pictures of them, and then everyone
It's so
starts
fun
go
to
in.
do that when they're like just so excited and then you have to make them wait. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Do you remember that as a little kid? I remember
Yes.
waking up at like 4 in the morning.
You know who would wake up the earliest?
Casey.
Casey. Shay and I are the sleepers, and it's like 4 a.m. He's like, you guys, and Shay and I are like, no.
That's so funny because I'm like that too. I was always like, you guys wake up. But
now-
my parents would be like, go back to bed.
Yeah.
We'd have to wait and just watching the clock.
Like, oh. I know, my parents were the same way. We couldn't come out any earlier than 7 a.m. It was way too.
I'm all for sleeping in now that I'm older. I'm like, it'll just make Christmas last
Oh my gosh, I'm still the first one awake in my family.
Really?
Yes. I'm like, children, don't you know it's Christmas?
I love you. It's 2 a.m. Kaylee's like, what are you guys doing sleeping? You're wasting time.
Come on.
She's watching The Grinch downstairs, just waiting.
I know. I'm so annoying to my kids.
You're not. I love it. That's cute.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Any other Christmas morning?
I think those are, that's been fun because we have, done a lot of those together. And now that our families are getting bigger and we're doing them more separately, we'll probably develop some more traditions.
Yeah. But we always have, we usually go to my family's house in the morning after we do pancakes, and then we have Ebelskivers.
Oh, yeah. Fun.
And
I know.
that's
I remember the first time I was
so
like,
fun.
what is your parents making you
Yeah.
eat? Because I had never heard of that. I'm like, what's a Nebel
They're just like a little round pancake.
It's like German pancakes.
They're so good. And that was a tradition that my dad grew up doing with his family, and then he brought it into our home. So that is a really fun tradition that we look forward to. Something that's going to be weird this year is, for the past 2 years, we've Skyped with my little brother because he was on his mission, and he'll be home this year. I was just telling him it's going to be so weird. Yeah. It's going to be so great, but that's going to be so weird.
Yeah.
Just become part of our Christmas.
Your whole family will be back together.
I know. I'm excited.
That's good.
All right, that's it for our Christmas Twitter question episode. I enjoyed those questions, and I hope that you guys will go home and make some more fun traditions with your family. All right, you guys, Merry Christmas. We'll see you later.
Happy holidays.
Love you. Bye.